Hello, football fans, and welcome to a quick Thursday night episode of the Big D podcast. Before I get going about the Week 11's big DFS game, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page where you can see all my greatest content. I've got some big news coming in the next week or so I can't wait. There's that one for you, and also please check out the Big D podcast on Spotify and Apple. So, Week 11 has got some big time games on the menu for us. Green Bay, Minnesota, even Monday night with the Giants, Bucks, Sunday night with the Steelers, Chargers. But there's one game, which will attract all of the DFS attention on DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, wherever you play DFS, and that's the Dallas Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs. How about this over-under? A 56-point over-under. That's right, a 56-point over-under. Points will be scored. It's not a question of if points will be scored, but how many points will be scored in this game. The offensive firepower on both the Cowboys and Chiefs, this game's got shootout written all over. It might be which team, the team that gets the ball last wins the game. This game excites me. And the fact that you've got America's team and Patty Mahomes playing will just get me pumped. So now let me explain why I believe this game will be so much fun for DFSU, starting with Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott. I mean, how consistent has Dak Prescott been this year? 2 touchdowns in every game, at least 2 touchdowns in every game but one. Capable of producing 300 yards every single day, and at 7,200, he fits whatever lineup strategy you want. If you want a GPP lineup, you can stack Dak with one of CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, or even Michael Gallup. He works well in a GPP. He works well in a cash game because Dak is so consistent. He'll score 20, 25, capable of scoring more points a week. So that makes a lot of sense. And running back, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just saying, you could do worse than having one of the best backs in football on your team. And yeah, Zeke can be a little hit or miss, but we know what he's capable of. Kansas City doesn't have the greatest run defense. So, I mean, you just hope that Dak doesn't steal the 1-yard touchdown. Dak or Tony Pollard won't steal the 1-yard touchdown. Zeke can take them for his fantasy and DFS owners. And then Tony Pollard, I mean, sure, he may not get the carries Zeke does, but he's capable of scoring a touchdown and with 56-point over-under, particularly if this game turns into a high-volume game. Pollard could potentially get 14, 15 touches and make them count. And now we get the fun part of Dallas, the pass catchers. And how about CeeDee Lamb? How good has CeeDee Lamb been this year? I mean, but he was wondering before the year whether or not CeeDee Lamb would be the number one in Dallas. I think he is. I think CeeDee Lamb is the number one in Dallas. And I mean, capable of scoring 30, 35, maybe close to 40 points a week, but probably somewhere in that 18 to 22, maybe a 25-point day. Could get you over the 100-yard bonus, could easily find the end zone. And yeah, Kansas City defensively played well the last couple of weeks, but this is a different animal facing an MVP quarterback with all of his weapons. And how about Amari Cooper? I mean, I almost think people forget how good Amari Cooper is as a route runner because CeeDee Lamb is so explosive. But Cooper's sneaky because as he proved against the Vikings a few weeks ago, he can go off for monster games. When Amari Cooper goes off, you better have him in your lineup. Otherwise, you're not winning. Simple, And one of my favorite DFS values this week is Michael Gallup at 4,200. Talk about explosiveness, and true. Gallup has only played a couple games this year. fact, he got a decent amount of targets when the Cowboys were up 30, 40 points last week tells me Gallup will be a part of the offense. And I expect Gallup to be needed. And he might not get the same volume compared to Lamb or Cooper, but might take a 50-yarder to the house. So I think Michael Gallup makes a lot of sense. And don't forget Dalton Schultz this year. There've been usually at tight end, people talk about Travis Kelce, George Kittle, T.J. Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts, Mark Andrews. I think people should talk about Dalton Schultz, 4,600. Potentially be a little bit of a sneaky play, especially with Kansas City propensity to giving up yards for the tight end position. So I think Schultz cannot be overlooked. And now with the Chiefs, did anybody see Patrick Mahomes was in a slump? Because I don't know, he threw for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns on Sunday night last week. And yeah, we know the Cowboys defense is strong. We know the Cowboys defense can get pressure. We know how good Diggs played on the outside, but Patrick Mahomes has seen any kind of defense. He's more than capable of putting up big points. And in this game of a high over-under, what's the over-under on Patrick Mahomes' pass attempts? I wouldn't be surprised he's in the 40s. So can he get the 300-yard bonus? Definitely in range. Could he get multiple touchdowns? Definitely in range. And it's funny this week because usually Patrick Mahomes would be somewhere in the 8+ thousand range, 7,600. I feel like Mahomes is a little bit of a bargain. I mean, Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns last week, and yet is cheaper than Lamar Jackson, who's stinking up against the Miami Dolphins last time. And now the biggest question of this game, is Clyde Edwards-Helaire able to play? Because if Clyde Edwards-Helaire plays, I think it really befuddles the running back position. If Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't play, I think Dale Williams becomes an interesting mid-tier value at 5,400 because a lot of people are going to play A.J. Dillon. A lot of people are going to play James Conner, 6,100, 6,200. Heck, if Alvin Kamara doesn't play and he missed practice on Thursday, Mark Ingram potentially makes an interesting, another good value play in this price range. So Dale Williams, as he proved on Sunday night, is not just a good running back, but a capable receiver. If only they let CEH catch the ball once in a while. And we've seen the Chiefs change their offense a little bit more using the tight end and running backs and not always going for the home run. I mean, singles and doubles still work too. Don't need a 3-run home run every time you throw a pass. So depending on Clyde Edwards-Helaire's availability, I think Dale Williams is an intriguing play. Now, one of my favorite players in the NFL, Tyreek Hill. Oh, man, how fast is Cheetah? Ooh, he's quick, right? Well, Cheetah's just a target monster. He's getting, 9 targets again? I think he's got 9 targets. At least 9 targets in seven straight games, like 8 times. So Cheetah has been on fire. We know what he's capable of, big play. And in this kind of a game, yes, Tyreek may be more of a GPP play, but I think he works well in cash games. Yes, people look at Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers, hopefully healthy, against Minnesota in a dome as a target monster. But I think Tyreek Hill's fine. 8,200. Whether you want a Mahomes, Hill, Gallup, Lamb stack, or potentially a Dak stack, heck, you can even have Cheetah naked. So I think Cheetah makes a lot of sense this week. And Travis Kelce, I mean, How good is Travis Kelce as a pass receiver? I mean, I think he was the only player who didn't score a touchdown on Sunday night. And speaking of touchdowns, can you believe Kelce has reached the end zone just once his last 5 games? What? What? I mean, a little bit of I think touchdown regression alone, Kelce is due to find the end zone. And in this game of Iowa runner, I wouldn't be surprised if both tight ends potentially, Schultz and Kelce, find the end zone. So, I mean, with a 56-point total, I can't wait to see this game. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.